Our next guest is the author of the acclaimed book, Pretty Girls. She returns with this highly anticipated new novel, The Kept Woman, in her best-selling Will Trent series. Joining us by satellite from New York this morning is Karin Slaughter, and we welcome her to Virginia this morning. Karin, congratulations on the new novel.
Thank you.
It's great to be able to talk with you this morning. Producer was super excited, gave me the brand new book, The Kept Woman, so I've had it for like a hot 10 minutes, and I'm already about halfway done. It takes off like a fuse is lit.
Well, you know, most of my books start out with Will Trent being very, very happy, and then something awful happens. And the awful in this book happens pretty quickly, so I'm glad it grabbed you.
Yeah, it sure did, right from the beginning. We actually have Pretty Girls on my book club list. It will be our November book, so that was going to be my first introduction. So this is neat because I'm starting in the Will Trent series, and you had taken a break from that for a little while.
I did. I took, I guess, a 2-year break. I wrote Coptown and Pretty Girls in between the two Will Trents. And, you know, this is a really shaking book for Will because he's caught between two women. And just as a woman who's been reading books for a while now where women are in crappy relationships, it was really nice to have a man in a crappy relationship.
Amen. I appreciate that. It is kind of an interesting twist. And I do, even in the portion that I've read so far, that perspective, and it's a varied perspective between Amanda and Faith, and of course we're learning a little bit about Sarah and then Angie. All these different perspectives of women. It's very refreshing.
Well, you know, you could probably tell my age, or hopefully not my real age, but around about age. I'm the latchkey generation, and I grew up with a lot of guys who were being raised by single mothers, and I wanted to really talk about Will and how he is as an adult and how he's surrounded by these women, some of them who are good for him, some of them who are bossy and pushy, and just what his response to them is really fascinating to me.
Karin, how did you get started, and what was the draw to the crime thriller, as it's called?
Well, I've always loved reading crime novels, and since I was a little girl, I was reading Anne Rule, The Stranger Beside Me, and Helter Skelter, really scary books like that. I think my parents were really concerned about me. If I was being raised now, they'd probably put me on some kind of medication. But I just love these stories, and, you know, I lived near Atlanta during the time of the Atlanta child murders, so it gave me a very real understanding about not just what crime does to families and to the victims, but to the communities around them. And that's honestly been the focus of my work for a long time, is not just the crime. I mean, obviously, I'm writing crime novels, so I talk about the crimes, but I want to know how it affects the investigators and the doctors and the forensics people and the people who have to really solve this and find the answer to something horrible happening.
Well, Karin, we're just about out of time, but really quickly, what are you most excited about for The Kept Woman?
Just talking to my readers, seeing my fans, because it's always great when I'm touring and I'm on the road.
Well, thanks for being with us this morning, and I want to officially extend the invitation. Please join us in Richmond for my book club in November. Just check your date book.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.